overall objective of the government is to improve the well-being and the livelihood of our people. And the government is committed to doing just exactly that by rolling out various mega projects that all are aligned to the Big Four agenda. These are with the 4 pillars of affordable housing, food security, universal health coverage, as well as manufacturing. You have seen by yourselves that work is going on, and the narrative that is out there that the Big Four agenda projects have been abandoned, of course, is not true. Some of those people who are talking because they do not know, and therefore you can forgive them. But we have seen that work is going on, not just in this county, but other parts of the country as well. There are lots of mega projects that are being carried out by our government in order to be able to improve the well-being of our people. So today we are here being led by PS Jerome.
Let me also say that I'm here with my colleagues who are members of the National Development Implementation and Technical Committee, which is a team of PSS. And like Colonel has said, we have PS Joe Kudo from Sports, we have PS Joseph Irungu from Water Irrigation, we also have PS Hari Kimutai from Livestock, and we also have PS Dr. Mokima, who is from Regional Development, and of course me, Jerome Ochieng, who is leading this team of PSS in this particular project review mission. Our main objective, like has been mentioned, is to try and see the progress of some of the projects that the government is doing. But actually the key objective is to understand where there are challenges in the implementation of this particular project, and our responsibility is to come up with the strategies of unlocking the challenges so that the projects are able to proceed. We have the mission in Baringo County today is that we will visit 3 projects. Key among them, one of them is the Chemsusu water distribution project, which we are currently on site at. And I want to state that upon our review, we see that actually, and the information we've gathered is the project is at 95% complete. And actually a test has been done for us to see how that water will flow, with the main objective of distribution of water to more than 300,000 citizens, and focusing on almost 5 towns. The water is going to be distributed to Mogotio. Some of it is going to Nakuru. Of course, some of it is supplying the Ravine area, and the 2 other towns, I think the names I've forgotten. What we're saying is that with the 300,000 Kenyans having access to water, that is really a great achievement this government has made. And we have confirmed, or it has been confirmed to us, that the 7% that is remaining, we have been given a deadline of 30th or end of March, whereby this project now will already have been completed. There has been some little delay, the delay having been occasioned by the fact that we were not able to receive some of the supplies that is required due to the challenges of COVID. And this has already so far been unlocked, and the distribution of supplies, we are going to receive them so that the project is going to proceed. One of the challenges we have also been informed is the issue of access road, and we have agreed as a committee of PSS, we will handle this from the PSS level in terms of ensuring that that is unlocked. Why we do this as a committee of PSS is that because we are able to see on the ground what is really happening, we are actually able to make very quick decisions. So we will engage our counterpart in roads to actually see how the road is done, so that once the road is done, then part of the project is actually going to be completed. The other challenge that has been brought to our attention is also the issue of 3-phase power supply. Again, that one we have taken note of, and that we are also going to pick it up with our counterpart in order to progress that particular level. The 3rd phase of this particular project is also going to be what we normally call the last mile connectivity, which basically will be the distribution of water to households. And that is also a process that is actually currently ongoing. And looking at the map that has been drawn there, we've actually seen how diverse. Measuring the distance, we were informed that actually if you look at that level of piping, it's going to do 257 kilometers of water distribution, and that is really something really great in the sense that we are distributing water across various areas. Another thing to note, and for good information, is that actually the siting of the location of this dam was really scientifically done. That water is actually going to flow by the force of gravity. What does that mean? It means that distribution of water becomes very cheap because there is no extra cost in terms of trying to use electricity to push water to the various households. Having said that, another mission that we looked at was the housing project at Eldama Ravine. This is the police housing project. So we are pushing that agenda, that the perimeter wall is also put, and also proper landscaping is done. What we've noticed is that really the level of workmanship needs to be improved, and we have agreed with the contractor, together also with the supervisors who are government officials, to actually look keenly into the issue of how the finishing of the housing is done, so that we are able to get our police, our servicemen, very good housing facilities. And again, for that particular project, what we are going to unlock as the committee of PSS is to fast track the variation, so that their variation approval is done, and also to fast track the payment of some 2 pending certificates, which we believe that is something that can be really done very fast, so that within 3 weeks we are informed if that certificate is issued, and the approval for variation is done. We have committed that within 1 month's time, upon acceptance and receipt of the variation order, then the houses will be ready for habitation. And we've also asked them to actually consider how to make sure that the children and also the families are in a very habitable environment, which the contractors and the technical people from the ministry have also accepted, and they are going to bring that on board.
Like our chair has already pointed out, some of the projects, the mega projects we have in this county, have not met the timelines, including the dam that we are on. And these are some of the challenges. Are actually we had a few issues to sort out with the KFS on the access to this site, and then we have issues of leaves with the people. Of course, we have to compensate people once we take their land. We had a few issues with the clearance of some basic things like the master lists in government. So those were the challenges that we had, but we have not departed too much on the completion dates that we had given for Chemsusu. Then the COVID came and hit us very hard. The contractor had actually to get out of sight because of the COVID challenges, and this was across all the projects that we had. And then later, now we cannot get the fittings, because even the manufacturers of the fittings, the main manufacturers, and they rely on importing, have also had some little challenges getting those fittings here. But like you have said, we have had that is now water under the bridge. We have committed ourselves as a ministry and the contractor to finalize these works by the end of March, so that in the month of April, we can be able to now commission this project. This is one of the projects that have been flagged out by the Presidential Delivery Unit, who are actually here with us, as a project that can be commissioned anytime, immediately after the month of March. And we have 44 of similar projects across the country that we are trying to finish off, so that they can be commissioned in the shortest, by June this year. Of course, we have many others. We have more than 200 projects across the country. But like I said, this project is one of our best that we have in the ministry. Of course, we have seen the dam, which was completed. And now we are completing this water treatment plant and reticulating the water. Now, the issue of water coverage, the challenge we have is what we normally call last mile connectivity. Like you have heard, we are going to do 257 kilometers of bulk water transfer. But the bulk water transfer does not translate immediately to water to the homesteads. So what we are now designing at the national level is a last mile connectivity to make sure that we can reach the 300,000 consumers that have been mentioned. For now, they will have to do with the water kiosks because those ones are provided. But eventually, our requirement is to take the water to the homesteads, and that is when we shall say that we have covered the 300,000 people. We are looking for funds for that. We are designing right now, but it's a commitment by government that the water will be reticulated up to the homesteads in the shortest time possible. Possibly this coming financial year, we should be able to get those funds. The other project of concern in this county is the Kirandich one you have had. And Kirandich, we are visiting it, and we can visit it with you. We have had many meetings with the contractor. This is not the first time I am coming here. This could be the third time we are coming to talk to the problems that the contractor has been facing. And I think these are contractual. I may not want to talk them into the place. These are contractual obligations that we believe from where we sit as a ministry. The contractor has not been fair with us. And I think we are going to discuss that. So that one may not beat the timelines given. There's myriad charges, but basically most of them are contractual. We have gotten the reliefs we needed from the KFS, but the contractor is still moving slowly, and we are going to handle the contractor just like we handle others. If there's a breach of the contract, we are going to handle the contractor accordingly. So those are the only two I want to mention about Baringo. We have many others that are upcoming. We have Kabarnet that we are going to do a sewerage, and we have the Maya Dam that's upcoming. We have the Bergay, which is also at a design, and we have Ravine. Of course, we are also going to do sewerage. Chemsusu is allocated 2.9 billion Kenya shillings, and this is all GOK money. That is the much money we are going to spend here. Kirandich is a 2.1 billion Kenya shillings. Of course, this is a grant between the country and Italy. So that is the much money that has been allocated. Let me confirm to you that this water is very safe, very safe. There is no challenge that we have here. You see, the siting of the dam is in the forest, and you have no challenge that we can talk about. The water itself, of course, it will be treated like any other water, and we've been taken through this water treatment plant with you people, and we have now seen where it's going to head and get chlorinated and all that. So the water is very safe. The only issue that, and my chair talked about it, he said that there's a road here that goes through this forest. It is the one that we are going to talk to the local leadership, and we are meeting the governor later on this afternoon, and we would ask that the road is relocated so that we can be able to take safety of this dam. These kind of dams are now treated as security installations, and we actually gazetted some as so that we can be able to be sure that there will be no issues of people coming too near, too close, and that one is going to be done, of course, with collaboration with the other government agencies and the local leadership, because they have to identify another access so that they can be able to reach the village.
We have set a deadline of end of March to have the project substantially complete. As you can see today, we're already starting the testing of this facility. And this is a major facility because this is like a production. So we are planning that by the end of this month, the production of water here will be done. So then we go following the pipelines and testing and connecting the initial people who are upstream up to the target population that we have at this phase. But what we are saying, and the PS has emphasized, is that this is a continuous process. We are targeting 300,000 people. So, and we want each of these people to get the water. So we will be in this project for long haul, to ensure that we connect and do the last miles that are to be connected. So basically, what we need to tell Wananchi is there are those who will be reached soon. By end of March, there are some who will already be enjoying the water. As we were briefing you before, already Eldama Ravine are using the new system. That's why you realize that there's not so much hue and cry in Eldama Ravine, because the new pipeline that was installed, the Baringo High School tank that was completed way back, is already full of water, and it is serving the population. So it is going to be a continuous process, but we are targeting end of March to have substantial, most of the last miles, at least the ones that are in this contract, to to be initiated.